I don't know how long I've been here. The clocks don't work anymore. I woke up last Tuesday, at least I think it was Tuesday, and the front door was gone. Just gone. Like it was never there. Windows? Won't break. Phone? Dead. And at night, the hallway grows longer. I keep hearing a woman whispering from behind the kitchen wall. She keeps saying, "Why are you still trying to leave?" I think the house knows. I think it's watching me. And if this video gets out, please, don't come looking for me. It doesn't let anyone go. It started small. Barely noticeable at first. I'd set my keys on the kitchen counter, only to find them hours later in the bathroom sink. I blamed myself. Stress. Distraction. Maybe I needed sleep. Then it happened again. And again. Lights flickering even when the bulbs were new. Whispers, just barely audible, coming through the air vents at night. And every time I turned to listen, they'd stop. I thought I was losing my mind. Until the day I opened the closet and found something that wasn't mine. A coat. Long, dark, soaked with moisture. Dripping like it had just been pulled from a frozen lake. No one else lives here. And the coat was still warm. I started noticing more. The hallway felt longer than it used to. I'd walked down it, past the same painting twice. And when I turned around, the hallway behind me had changed, shorter, darker. I began taking pictures. Measuring walls. Marking the floor with chalk. But the house, it didn't like that. The chalk vanished overnight. My phone reset to factory settings. All photos gone. I thought maybe someone had broken in. But there were no signs. No doors forced. No footsteps but mine. And one morning I woke up to find all the furniture facing the front door. Chairs, couch, even the bed. As if something, or someone, wanted me to leave. But when I tried, the morning I tried to leave, I found the door wasn't there. I don't mean it was locked. I mean it was gone. The place where the door should have been, the frame, the knob, the mat, even the hinges, was just more wall. Seamless. Smooth. Like it had always been that way. I stood there for 10 minutes, my coffee shaking in my hand. Then I laughed. Must have taken a wrong turn. Still half asleep. But no matter which hallway I walked down, I always ended up in the same room. The living room. Over and over. It didn't matter which direction I took. The house looped. I opened a window. Only to find brick. Behind every single one. Like the house had been bricked from the inside out. Except I remembered looking outside. Yesterday. The trees. The mailbox. The street light that flickered at night. All of it, gone. I tried the attic. The basement. Nothing. Even my phone refused to call out. No signal. No Wi-Fi. Just static when I pressed record. It was as if the house had swallowed me. And the worst part? When I screamed for help, I could hear it echo. But the echo came back. Slightly delayed. Like something else was repeating after me. The house had gone quiet. Too quiet. Not the kind of silence where you hear the wind or the hum of electricity. This was thick silence, like the walls themselves were listening. I pressed my ear against one of them. At first, nothing. Then, a faint scratch. Slow. Rhythmic. Like nails dragging across wood, just inches beyond the surface. I jerked back. Tried to tell myself it was rats. Pipes. Settling wood. But I knew better. It moved, following me as I paced the hall. Every time I stopped, it stopped too. That night I didn't sleep. Every time I blinked, I imagined the walls breathing. At 3:13 a.m. I heard it. A whisper. Not in the room, in my head. Right behind my ear. Don't leave. I froze. Don't try again. The voice was low, crackled like it had come from an old tape recorder. And worse, it sounded familiar. Like my own voice, distorted. In the bathroom mirror, I saw something. Not a shadow. Not a face. An outline behind the foggy glass. A shape that looked like me, but its reflection was a step behind. Delayed like the echo from earlier. I ran. Or tried to. The hallway stretched unnaturally like I was in a dream. No matter how far I ran, the rooms repeated. The wallpaper, the paintings, even the broken clock stuck at 3:13. The house wasn't just keeping me in. It was learning me. Mimicking me. Becoming me. I tore at the wallpaper. Something had to give. I couldn't keep walking in circles, trapped in a house that shifted like a maze. That's when I felt it, a hollow space behind the wall near the staircase. I pried at the drywall until a small wooden box slid out, coated in dust and webs. Inside was a leather-bound diary, warped with age, its pages yellowed and brittle. On the cover, written in jagged ink, "For whoever comes after me." My hands trembled as I opened it. The entries were scattered, erratic. Day 6, it won't let me sleep. Every time I close my eyes, it whispers my name. Day 11, I tried the front door again. It was gone. Day 17, I think it looks like me now. My reflection is wrong. My voice sounds off. It mimics my thoughts. The handwriting grew worse with each page. Madness or something worse. Day 22, if you find this, burn the house. Don't stay. Don't listen. But the last page was fresh. Newer ink. A different hand. Still here. Waiting. Suddenly, I heard footsteps upstairs. I wasn't alone. I clutched the diary and backed away, trying not to make a sound. Something was descending the staircase, but it moved wrong. Too slowly. Each step creaked with intention, like it wanted me to know it was coming. I ran to the nearest room and locked the door. The doorknob jiggled once, then stopped. The silence returned. But now it felt worse than noise, like the calm before something awful. That diary wasn't just a warning. It was a record of transformation. Whatever was haunting this house didn't just trap people. It consumed them. After what felt like hours hiding in that room, I finally dared to peek out. The hallway was empty. Silent. Too silent. I held the diary tight and crept down the stairs again. The house felt still. Like it was watching, waiting to see what I'd do next. That's when I noticed something strange. The front door, it was back. Standing tall, wide open. The night sky beyond it looked so real I could smell the damp air. I didn't trust it, but I ran anyway. I sprinted toward the doorway, heart pounding so hard I thought it would tear out of my chest. And just as I crossed the threshold, I was in the living room again. Same lamp. Same armchair. Same faint ticking from the broken clock on the wall. I stood there, breathless, frozen. It wasn't just the front door. Every exit, the windows, the back door, even the attic, looped back to the same place. No matter which path I took, I always ended up in the living room. And worse, every time I came back, something changed. A photo that didn't used to be on the shelf. A TV playing static, though it wasn't plugged in. A mirror where there hadn't been one before. And in it, my reflection stood still even after I moved. This wasn't a house. It was a trap. A shifting, sentient prison that learned, that adapted. That played with its victims until they forgot what was real. I sat on the couch and stared at the diary again. There had to be a way out. But maybe, just maybe, escape wasn't part of the plan. I didn't sleep. I couldn't. I paced the house like a rat in a maze, each room folding into the next like they were rearranging themselves behind my back. Sometimes I'd hear laughter. Sometimes footsteps. Sometimes my own voice whispering from behind a closed door I didn't remember passing. I opened it once. Nothing was there. Just darkness. But when I closed it, the handle was warm, like someone had just been holding it from the other side. That's when I realized this house wasn't haunted. It was alive. And worse, it liked me. Wanted me to stay. It gave me comfort in the form of warm meals that appeared on the kitchen table, despite no one cooking them. It played home videos on the old TV showing me as a child, laughing. Except I'd never lived here. Those memories weren't mine. I watched in horror as a video showed me blowing out candles in this house, hugging parents I didn't recognize, and smiling like I belonged. The house was trying to rewrite me, to replace someone. I ran to the mirror again, the one in the hallway that never reflected me properly. This time, my reflection was smiling back at me. Even though I was crying, I screamed, punched the glass. But instead of shattering, it rippled like water. Behind the ripple was a room I hadn't seen before. A nursery. Toys scattered. A tiny bed. A photo nailed to the wall. Me. But not me. Younger. Different. Wearing the same clothes I had on now. My knees buckled. The house wasn't trapping me. It was restoring me. To something I never was. Or something I had forgotten I had been. The more I try to push the memories away, the stronger they cling to me. It's like they're alive, whispering secrets in a language I don't understand but feel deep inside my soul. I catch glimpses of her face, her fear, and it haunts me even when my eyes are closed. I can't tell where I end and she begins anymore. The lines are blurred, tangled in shadows and silence. And that notebook, it's not just a record of the past. It's a key. A warning. Something is trapped within those pages and it's reaching out to me. If I don't uncover the truth soon, I'm afraid these memories will become mine forever, and whatever darkness held her will find a way to hold me too. The question is, will I survive it?